and handling, and you are getting a choice of either 3 sizes and 2 ship dates and auto delivery if you choose to lock in your choice for next January as well. We have been super swamped on the phones for this all day. 22,500 ordered since midnight. You're looking at the 5-pound box right there. The 5-pound box is available for 4 payments of $8.50. And Alan, about how many are we getting in that 5-pound box?
In the 5-pound, we get 8 to 10.
Okay. Then your next choice would be the 10-pound box. You're going to save $24 there and get 4 payments of $11. And about how many do we get in that box,
60
Alan?
to 20 Honeybell.
Okay. And then finally, very popular is our 15-pound box. 4 payments of $13.50, saving $48. And how many?
Wow. 24 to 30.
Okay. Yep. So now I do want you to know that immediate ship 15-pound is getting to be limited quantities. So we have 1,200 total to go around. That is a drop in the bucket compared to how many people have been ordering these today. 400 boxes have already been ordered in just this show. So if you want the big set of 15 and save $48 and get it right away, you need to be on the horn for that. Okay, this, everyone, is our very good friend, Alan Cushman, in his perennially delightful orange sweater, which he brings us new every year. And you are the proprietor of this business, which has been your family's business for about 75 years.
Yes.
So welcome back, 19 years on QVC.
Yeah, QVC, yes.
Fantastic. It's so nice to see you, and we know we always look forward, after it's Christmas and holidays are over, it's time for Alan and Honeybells.
And Honeybells,
I
yes.
love it. So, Alan, tell everybody exactly what's a Honeybell.
Well, a Honeybell is an extraordinary cross. It's really miraculous how it happened. This represents a Dancy tangerine. Mm-hmm. It's not a Dancy tangerine. There are very few of those left in the world.
Okay.
And a Duncan grapefruit. Duncan grapefruit was a white grapefruit full of seeds.
Ah.
And the reason they crossed those two is they didn't have all the varieties we have now, like pink grapefruit and ruby reds and navel oranges and all that.
Because this started being done in the 1890s.
Yes.
Okay.
And they tried it dozens and dozens of times, never got anything until finally, one day, 9 months after they did that cross, and I'll show you in a minute how a cross works. This is what came out on the tree.
Uh-huh.
And it was really miraculous because when you do that cross, you have no idea what's going to happen.
And you have to do it over and over again.
Until you get something.
Get it just right.
Yep.
So it took a long time to develop these, and well worth the wait because they're absolutely delicious. And why are these different than just like a really nice navel orange I can find?
They're so juicy. You know, I've been playing here and squeezing and getting juice all over the place. I'd never do that at home, but it's fun.
Oh, I would.
And that's what Honeybells are about. The Honeybells are about having fun with something that's really delicious and sweet and juicy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's the Honeybell. Some of them are going to have that little bell shape.
Yes, and some are not. Here's one that has a somewhat of a bell, and here's one that does not. Doesn't matter. Don't give it a thought. Don't worry to spend any time worrying about whether it has a bell or not.
Because what's really important is what's on the inside, which is lots of delicious, sweet, yummy, loaded with vitamin C, good for you juice.
And everyone will be the same.
Okay.
Right? And the fruit in your boxes will all be the same size.
Excellent.
So,
okay. Well, shall we cut into one so everyone can see what's in there?
Well, why don't we?
Okay. So, and I've just got to start eating one while you're...
Let me just grab a Honeybell over here.
I'm going to steal your knife. I'm going to cut me a little smiley face. All right. And there's another knife for you. So this is something that is such a treat. And because the way Mother Nature grows these in Florida, they're only available... There's your smiley face. They're only available in January.
Yeah, just for a few short weeks. And today is the 8th of January. We have one immediate ship day, which is next Monday, and January 20th is the final ship day. So the season is almost over, but when we start.
By the time it starts, I know. All right.
And I'm going to put on my bib.
I forgot my bib. Sorry. I better do that too. Okay.
And if the camera could come in and give me a straight down shot,
Yep.
I want to show you something.
Okay. Here we go.
What makes this so juicy, and I'm going to tilt this a little bit so you can see. The juice inside of here is contained in tiny little sacs, hundreds and hundreds of tiny little sacs that are very delicate and thin. And it doesn't take much pressure to release all of that delicious juice.
And there's
Isn't that
just packed,
something?
every little segment is packed with juice. And the juice tastes sweeter than orange juice. There's no really tang to it. It's just, I got this all over my glasses, I apologize. This is what happens when you eat Honeybells. It just goes everywhere. But they are loaded with delicious juice. And in fact, just to kind of show you, you want to cut into an orange and compare?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So here's an orange. Now that looks like a pretty decent orange. It looks pretty juicy. But notice on this orange, the rind or the skin is much thicker than what you'll find on a Honeybell, right?
Yes, and let me show you something else. You see that outer skin? It's almost perfect. There's not a blemish on it. That's not so with your Florida Honeybells. Your Florida Honeybells are going to have a little wind scar on them. And that happens in March when the spring breezes blow in off the Atlantic and blow the leaves around. And the leaves make a little mark on this tiny little Honeybell. And when it grows up, it has a wind scar on it. That's how you know it's from Florida. And that's how you know that this is not.
Okay, let's have a little contest here.
Okay.
Because these both look like they've got pretty much juice in there. And, you know, there's some pretty good oranges at my grocery store. I'm just wondering why there's such a big deal about Honeybells every January on QVC. What's the big deal if you've never tried them? Well, let's have a little contest. We're going to squeeze the juice. I'm going to even get myself a head start here. From this orange, it looks like there's a pretty good amount of juice coming out of there. I could probably get more out of there if I use one of those little squeezer machines. But just using two hands, let's just see what I can get here. I'm going to squeeze it both directions too, just to be fair to this little orange. Hold on, are you done already?
I'm done.
All right, hold on.
Well, there was still a lot of juice in there, but
Okay, all right, so that's about as good as I can do. And you can see not even the same color, let alone the same amount.
you know what the difference in the color is? In this rich orange color, natural sugar.
Ah, okay.
And you know, I don't have anything against store-bought oranges. I mean, they're fine, but they don't have much sugar in them.
Yeah, well, and they don't have as much flavor either. So let's say hi to Linda, who's calling from here in Pennsylvania, and then we're going to give you your choices again. Linda, welcome to the show, dear. Happy New Year. Thanks for calling. How are you?
Happy New Year to you. I'm doing great.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks so much for calling, Linda.
So this is Alan, and tell us, do you like Cushman's Honeybells?
Oh, we love them. Yes, my husband just asked me the other night, when are you getting that order from Cushman's? And I said, well, I'm waiting for him to come on. My husband takes an orange every day in his lunch.
Okay.
It'll be 49 years.
Oh.
And when we first met the Honeybells, we just fell in love with them. We always would go down to Florida and along the coast there, and we would stop at the roadside stands and bring back a large bag of oranges, and they just aren't the tasty oranges that the Honeybells are.
Yeah. There's really no comparison, because Honeybells really aren't even an orange.
No,
They're a completely different fruit.
it's a miraculous
Right.
cross. Yeah, a hybrid.
Oh boy.
We can't wait for them to come in season.
Did you get the immediate shipment, I'm assuming?
I got the immediate shipment, and I got the 20th for the 20th, and the automated.
Oh, so you're covered all your bases, Linda. I don't blame you. If your husband's been taking an orange for lunch every day for 40-something years,
Yes.
you need to have these Honeybells as long as they'll last for his lunch. You know, it's kind of a letdown after the Honeybells are gone. You have to go back to getting regular oranges again, isn't it?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes,
Well,
he deals with it though, but
there could be worse things. I know.
he hasn't retired yet. But I assume after he retires, he also takes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day.
I love him.
So he's got his vitamin C and everything else.
Oh, that's great.
great.
You know, he sounds just like my husband. My husband would choose a peanut butter and jelly sandwich over anything else for lunch. He just loves that. Well, Linda, we're so happy that you got in on this, and I know Alan would join me in saying, we're sorry it took so long, but we can only do this once a year.
That's right.
And your order from last year, your order delivery is coming this week. I think you probably know that.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
waiting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you'll have...
That'll take me over till when we get the other ones.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll go through them quickly.
Well, I'm so glad they're coming your way, and thank you for calling.
Yeah, I just want to pick up on something Linda just said.
Uh-huh.
You said, I'm sure they'll be eaten quickly. Is that
Yep.
what you said?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Would that reassure somebody that was buying Honeybells that they didn't have to worry about them going bad because they're going to be eaten up pretty quick?
They will be eaten up quickly, but they last for quite a while.
They do.
We have a cold cellar, and so we put them in there, and it's just like a refrigerator, and we can go in there and just pick a few of them up as we need them.
Oh, that's because their Honeybells are so good
Yeah.
when they're cold. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Uh-huh. Even better when they're cold.
That's a really smart way that you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Linda, thank you for calling. Our best to your husband. And
Thank you.
we appreciate you ordering these from us every year. Thank you so much.
We look forward to it. Happy New Year to
Thank
both
you.
of you.
Happy New Year
Happy
to
New
you
Year,
guys as well. Take
you.
care, honey.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we have an update for you. Over 24,000 sets have now been ordered. In the 15-pound up here, that, oh my gosh, Alan, now hold on. Are you holding on to something?
Yeah.
All right. In this 15-pound size in the immediate ship, we have only 900 left.
Oh my.
Now, remember, the auto delivery is available, but you have to wait till next year to get this if you get auto delivery. It's not next month. So please hurry if you want this big 15-pound set in an immediate shipment, all right? Because we're not able to get you any more into each shipment once that shipment is gone, all right? So 15 pounds, that is about how many fruits?
24 to 30.
Okay, and that's a savings to you of $48. 10 pounds is how many fruits?
16 to 20.
And that's a savings of $24. Then we also have the 5-pound box, and that is going to be also 4 easy payments starting at just $8.50. That's our lowest easy payment amount. And of course, how many fruits there?
8 to 10.
Okay, so choose the size that maybe you want to send as a gift. That 5-pound box would be great. Get the big set for yourself. Let's talk about, now you've got a fairly interesting, unique warehouse,
Yes,
don't
we
you,
do.
Alan?
We certainly do.
Let's show that.
There's the warehouse right there.
It's a grove.
Yes, and that's where your fruit will be hanging until the day before we ship it. That's our freshness promise to you. It'll be delivered right to your door, never having been in a warehouse
I
or
love
in
it.
cold storage. Nobody has picked over it.
That's so
It'll
great.
come to you sweet and juicy and fresh.
Let's show what one looks like sliced into. I mean, they are just so delicious and full of juice, and really an orange can really not compare. Even the nicest, juiciest, freshest Florida navel orange. Nothing wrong with those, but they're not the same fruit. They haven't been worked on and hybridized since the 1890s to get this absolute perfect result from a Dancy tangerine and a Dunkin' grapefruit. An orange is an orange, and this is not an orange.
Yep.
Seriously, look at that. I'm gonna give it just a little squeeze.
The juice is not running around loose in here because it's contained in hundreds and hundreds of tiny little sacs that are very delicate. and it doesn't take much to let